Hello everybody and welcome back to FM23 for the Youth Academy only Guiseley save, and we are at the end of the season and oh my god, let's dive into it. Yes, hello everybody, and we are taking on Everton, who are 14th and we are 6th. With one game to go, we are playing for a place in Europe. Little old Guiseley potentially going to Europe. And what a way to celebrate than to bring back the subscription counter, which is over there somewhere. We are edging closer to 10,000 subscribers. We have passed the 8,500 subscribers mark. So thank you all very, very much. But yes, we are in 6th. We are in 6th. 6th as in the top 6 best teams in the country in England. We were 5th until like 3 games ago, but yeah, it was we beat Wolves to get up there. We lost to Man City 3-0, and then we've just beaten Aston Villa 2-0 actually. And yeah, today we're taking on Everton, who are down here in 14th, who have been below us for the whole season, which is lovely, isn't it? Which is absolutely lovely. If we go and have a look at the table in full, I don't actually like this table. It's too spaced out. Everything's too... There's this big gap in the middle. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. So let's go into here. Competitions like this, and we can see it on this page here. So, quite a bit to play for. We could potentially get 5th, which would be amazing if Newcastle lose and we win. Chelsea could get 6th if we lose or draw and they win. Arsenal could potentially get 6th if they win. We don't, and we draw or lose because their goal difference is much better than ours. And we could potentially finish outside of the European places in 8th. However, Tottenham have done a treble this year, and a domestic treble, and have won the FA Cup, the Premier League and the League Cup, which means their spots in Europe have gone to the league, and I think they're still in Europe, I want to say. Let's have a quick look at Tottenham. Are they still in Europe? No, they're not. They got knocked out in the semi-finals to PSG, even though they won 2-0 at home. But yeah, so Spurs are the team to beat in this weird universe that we've got in Football Manager at the moment, led by Josh Sargent, who got sacked from Man United, and he's now gone to Spurs to win them the league. But yeah, it's just so weird to think we're here. But I think if we... It's really tough. I want to say if we draw, I think we've done enough, but I'm pretty sure we have to win because Chelsea are playing bottom of the table, I want to say. I don't know why I'm doing it this way. It would be much easier just to go into the fixtures screen that we were on originally. This one here. So, yeah, we're playing Everton. So 6th are playing 14th in Everton. Then we have Chelsea, 7th, are playing Wolves in 19th, who are already relegated. And who's the other team? Is Arsenal, isn't it? Arsenal are playing Southampton in 17th, who are fighting for survival because Fulham could leapfrog them. In a very weird twist of fate, Middlesbrough or Bolton could also go down as well. If Fulham and Southampton both win, then one of Middlesbrough and Bolton could go down as well. And Middlesbrough are playing Man City, who are 2nd, and Bolton are playing Liverpool, who are 4th. So it's a really big sort of top of the table versus bottom of the table clashes in this one. And we're going to class Everton as bottom of the table because they are 14th and only just safe from this whole shebang that is going on. But yeah, what an end to the season we've had. It's been incredible. It's been absolutely fantastic. We were around here last time with Youth Intake Day. Bolton 4-1, Arsenal 3-3, Watford 3-2. We lost to Man United 2-0, beat Chelsea 1-0, lost to Leeds 2-0, beat Wolves 1-0, lost to Man City 3-0, and have beaten Aston Villa 2-0. Now, we are sort of getting to a point where I think I know what I need to do. Bigger teams or teams above us in the league, we play the strikerless. Teams below us or teams that we think will be quite an even game where we can win, we go for the 4-1-1-3-1 DM-AM asymmetric system. And that is what we're going with today. We're going to be starting with the Guiseley asymmetric system, which is this one. And I'm excited. And normally we chuck in just all the Patreons and all the channel members in this final game of the season, but we're not going to do that today because there's quite a lot riding on this. There is quite a lot riding on this. I'm not decided on my starting lineup yet, so I'll figure that out. It might not change, but I need to go through it and just check. But it might not change, but it's, yeah, European football. We could have European football by the end of this episode, which would be crazy, right? Right, I'll sort out the team. We'll be right back. Okay, this is what we're going for then. Jan Petrick starts in goal. Dyson, Joseph, John Carpenter and Jeff Hogg at the back. We're going with Tal, who we always clocked in the beginning, who could be a sort of centre-back, ball-playing centre-back or a holding midfielder in here. And he is progressing very nicely at such a young age as well. So he comes in, well, he's carrying, it's the same starting 11 that we used to beat Aston Villa, to be honest, but it's Tala at holding midfield, Atlee Burge as the ball winner, Kennedy on the right, Alphakoff playing in behind, Crimson Mori with Andrew Neeson there in support as well. And then on the bench we have club captain Connor, Goldson, Carney, Jake Mills, Leach, Earl, Andrew Burgess, Kai Harding and Andreas Lukumi as well. So it's just it's nail biting, isn't it? It's what I definitely right now would take us losing and Chelsea or Arsenal losing as well to make sure we get that European spot, by the way. So it's not just us. We're hopefully preying on Southampton or Wolves to pick up a result, which would be amazing. But we've got to this point that has potentially, it's put us on the verge of European football. Even if it's the Europa Conference League, it's putting us on the verge of European football. There you go. They're lining up with João Alex, Thomas, Eccleston, Sapio, Beto, Langford, Miguel, Cardozo, Marchesiani, Elhami, who's very good, and Carrion up front. And there is our lineup. I love the lack of bold letters because it means it is Patreons or channel members in there as well. So, a win on this final day secures Europa League qualification. I want to make sure we do our bit. It might be putting pressure on, but then we're going to say we have faith in them to do that as well. So here we go. 4-4-2 for Everton. The flat standard 4-4-2. And oh my word, why am I so nervous? Look at that. Win, loss, win, loss, win. If it's following a trajectory, it'll be a loss. But I wished it was at home. I wish the last game was at home, but it's not. And that is how close it is. We have Newcastle, Guiseley, Chelsea and Arsenal all fighting for, well, 5th and 6th and 7th and 8th. So it's going to be very, very interesting. And I feel like this is 100% a game where you need extended highlights and you also want replays on. And we're going to go with goals, disallowed offside goals, and I don't care about goal on technology or tight offside goals, to be honest. So that is what we're going to go with. What can we do here to make history with Guiseley? It's what we want to do. 8 minutes in, absolutely no highlights whatsoever, and we have gone to extended. So yeah, not much happening at the moment. Let's give some more encouragement to the team as Everton are dominating proceedings. Arsenal have already scored, but Chelsea are on 60 points, so that one's chucked into the box, and we're going to keep this one alive with Kennedy. Back into Alphakoff. Alphakoff to get beats past his man. Comes back Neeson! It's 1-0 Guiseley! Come on! His 15th goal of the season for Andrew Neeson puts Guiseley 1-0 up, and that is absolutely superb from the team from around the Leeds-Bradford area as Kennedy fired that out to Alphakoff. Look at him continue his run in the box as well. Love to see that. Great cutback though, and Neeson's there to fire it into the roof of the net. And it is 1-0 Guiseley in this crucial game for the European spots here. But Everton are going to get an immediate highlight after the goal, which is never fun on Football Manager. But we are on extended highlights, so it might not end in a goal. As Beto into Carrion. Carrion is tackled well by Atlee Burge. Back to Dyson. Dyson just holds on to it. Back to Joseph. Joseph brings it out. Here's Tao, who's settled into that ball-playing role really well. Crimson Mori, probably our best player on the team. Oh, Val tried to dink that one through. Mori, ball through. Neeson, Alphakoff. It's 2-0 in the space of a minute. It's 2-0 Guiseley. Come on. What a performance we're seeing in the first 26 minutes from the team in white. I thought that ball was going to get through. Thal then did really well to win it in the backup. Mori slips it through. Neeson, unselfish, played the goalkeeper out of shape. And that makes it 2-0 Guiseley. Oh my word, we could be on a European adventure here. We could be on a European adventure. Half an hour gone, 2-0 up. We are playing some lovely, lovely stuff. We're up into 6th, level on points with Newcastle, but their 12 better goal difference is keeping them in that 5th spot at the moment. Does leapfrog us above Arsenal again, though, into 6th, which would be absolutely amazing. And it's literally, they've not had a shot on target. We've had 5 shots, 3 on target, an XG of 0.69, which is weird because both those chances were pretty good. But yes, absolutely loving it. You're doing brilliantly. Keep it up. And the only thing we're going to change is just drop Jeff Hogg back to support. Go to an advance forward to just try and get on a few balls over the top. A little bit more, and then we're just going to go to standard passing, and we're not going to run at the defence anymore. We want the ball to do the work. That is what we want. We want the ball to do the work. As Everton push up, we then go for like the long balls or longer balls over the top, and play as a bit more of a sort of counter-attacking team, as it were, as Jan Petric lays it out to John Carpenter, who puts it up to Neeson into Alvarkov. There is Crimson Mori. Oh, he's tried to put that one through, but Beto read it very, very well. We're going to give him praise straight out of the bat because we are still 2-0 up. Everton, I thought they had made a change there. They haven't. They just moved some people around in their shape, and Donaldson brings it forward for the home team, and he's been forced wide. Goes back to Beto, into Sampaio, Juncasso, into Cardozo. Sampaio again, Beto, under pressure, Crimson Mori, great pressure from Crimson Mori. He hasn't got, it's a foul, ref, get him off, send him a red card, get that man an early bath in the Goodison Park Stadium, if that's what it's called anymore. It's probably not, and we are 2-0 up with the man advantage, and I need to sneeze. God, man, that sentence was building into that sneeze, wasn't it? Jesus, had to get that one out. Jeff Hogg brings it down, a lovely ball from Jan Petric out to him then. Jeff Hogg inside into Thal. Thal up to Andrew Neeson. Andrew Neeson just with a little bit of a heavy touch, and Amaury can pick this one up and bring it away. Beto, Junkosa, out to Beto again. Donaldson looks to spread the play, and he's done really well. Here's Osman down the line to Amaury into the box. Jan Petric with a good save, and Everton with their 10 men just turning the screw a little bit with half an hour to go as El Hami takes the corner, swings it in, great header away from Thal, and we will use this opportunity to get some fresh legs on. So Andrew Neeson looking very, very tired, having an excellent game, but he will be subbed off for this one. Jake Mills will come on to replace him in the shadow striker role. In fact, now, if I remember rightly, I think Jake Mills has a bit more acceleration and pace. Pace 12, acceleration 12. Crimson Mori 11 and 12. Yeah, so we're going to switch you two over. Just get Jake Mills' fresh legs up front. And I think we're going to do the usual ones in the middle. Goldson is going to come on. Connor is going to come on for Thal, who's had a great game from the highlights we've seen. And then the next two subs will probably be the fullbacks, but we'll leave it as it is for now. Fresh legs on in the middle of the park. We've gone up to 5th. We're going up to 5th as it stands because Newcastle must be drawing. This is incredible stuff here. Everton down to 10. Guiseley 2-0 up and currently going into 5th place in the Premier League. I want that defensive shape on to make sure. So we're going to do Kai Harding on. We're going to do Lakumi on as well. And it's good. Still a lot of patrons getting a run out. But 15 minutes to go. Now, we do have a habit of conceding late goals as Jan Petric goes long with it over the top, looking for Jake Mills, doesn't win it. Junkosa is there. Eccleston out to Osman. Osman looks to get away from Crimson Mori, puts him under pressure. Eccleston into Junkosa. Back to Batch, into Beto. Beto back to Batch again, into Junkosa. We're not really letting them play through too easily, but Donaldson finds Beto as the left back pushes up a bit. Alfarkov with a good tackle, but Junkosa keeps the ball. Miguel, El Hami, Amuri into space, but Jan Petric with an easy save. And with 15 minutes to go, in a game that Everton have had the better of the match momentum, and Jan Petric's making some very good saves, but I don't really mind as long as it stays 2-0, to be honest. We could potentially just put our system back to how it was. I think Crimson Mori being tired here is affecting us a little bit, so he can go back to being a complete forward on attack. And yeah, let's get Kai Harding going for it again. We will take off run with the ball though. We'll leave that off still. The only reason that's on, we have good technical quick players that can beat their defenders quite easily. So Kai Harding comes forward with it into Jake Mills. Oh, Jake Mills, that's a terrible pass. Donaldson into El Hami. Donaldson, he's got a runner through the middle but didn't use him. Beto Ball through. Joseph intercepts it well. Alphacoft can't turn quick enough. And Everton win it back. Batch over the top. Joseph's there to cover again. And he's had a good game at the back, Joseph. Kennedy into Connor. Up the line to Alphacoff. Alphacoff back to Connor. Swings it out left. Can't quite get there. And Eccleston brings it away for Everton. John Carpenter reads it, but is robbed very well by El Hami. And we got 3 defenders round him there. How did no one get the ball? Amouri, ball in. Joseph heads it away. Shot into the side netting from El Hami. 5 minutes to go. And we're on the verge of something wonderful here. Kai Harding with a woeful header back into the middle of the park. Amouri picks it up. Runs in field into Yunkosa with a shot. It's not on target. And Jan Petric can have the goal kick and just take his time because Newcastle must still be losing in this final game of the season. Kai Harding down the line. Osman reads it though. Let's get that mouse out the way as my nose starts to run after that earlier sneeze. Beto down the line to Donaldson. Donaldson cuts it back. El Hami, he can shoot from there all day. All day. I do not mind about that. Jan Petric out to Andreas Lukumi. Into Joseph, up to Alphacoff. There's an overlap on the right. Alphacoff couldn't get the ball off quick enough, though. There's Miguel into Amouri. That's easy for Lukumi to head away, and Kennedy keeps it alive. Alphacoff, Lukumi, up to Crimson Mori, but he can't control it. Miguel El Hami. Amouri comes forward, and it's another shot from range, which is just not going to bother us whatsoever, as Beto picks this one up into Yunkosa. Donaldson, El Hami, who's been doing a lot of running for Everton, but it's been pretty fruitless so far. Donaldson, back to Osman. Miguel, into Amouri, over the top to El Hami. Brings it down, great save from Jan Petric again. Still showing why he should be number 1 goalkeeper ahead of Carlos Victoriano. But we're into the final few seconds as Guiseley are on the doorstep of Europe. Joseph, out to Kennedy. Kennedy brings it down. He's got a lot of space to run into Alphacoff. Alphacoff tries to cut it back. It will be a corner. I'm not sure there's going to be time for it. It's not time for it. Guiseley made Europe. Come on. What a performance. Everton dominated the second half, but we were deliberately sitting back and trying to play on the counter. That is unbelievable from Guiseley. Oh, what a performance. We've just made Europe. We've got 5th. We've got 5th. We're the 5th best team in the country. This is incredible. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Without signing a player we've got from the Conference North to the Premier League's top 5. We qualify for the Europa League, the 2054 Europa League. This is ridiculous. Andrew Neeson with a great game. We get 30.9 million. We pay out 5.5 to each of the players and staff. Oh my word. 5th. Europa League football is coming to Guiseley. I mean, when you look at it like that, we're only 12 points off the Champions League. That's what, 4 wins. 4 wins off the Champions League. That is bonkers, man. That is absolutely bonkers. Plymouth beat Newcastle 2-0 on the final day. Fulham go down with Wolves and Aston Villa. Southampton surviving on the last day, even though they lost 3-0. But, yeah, oh my word. Oh my word. 5th place. Europa League football is coming to Guiseley. Come on.